Hey, what's up everybody? Jesse, Southern Reels Fishing, out in the shop chilling tonight, and I'm excited to bring this video to you because I have some big announcements. First one being, me and a group of friends have been working over the past couple of months putting together some stuff for the local Virginia area. And as tentatively at this point, based on what this whole pandemic flu thing does, we have an event planned April 11th at the Great Bridge Locks Park in Chesapeake, Virginia. Now what this is going to be is just kind of a meet and greet. We're going out there, we're taking all of our kayaks, we're going to set them up, and we're pretty much inviting anybody that has any interest in fishing to come out, hang out with us. We have Andrea with Appomattox River Company on board. She's going to come out, I believe, or either that or send a representative. That's a local kayak dealer in Hampton Roads. It's actually where I got my last Outback from. Awesome place to deal with. Also, my buddy Keith has a representative from Green Top Sports coming down. Not sure what they're going to bring. I don't know. I'm pretty excited to see it. I believe Dan with Fish DC Sticks, he's a custom rod builder here in the area. He's coming out as well. So it should be a good time. It's going to be a very informal event. You know me, I'm very chill, very low key. There's not going to be any seminars, none of that stuff. It's just a bunch of friends hanging out, talking about fishing, checking out each other's stuffs. If you're interested in kayaking or just fishing in general, please keep it in mind. April 11th, Great Bridge Locks Park. Come on out, it should be a blast. We wanted to keep it as short as possible from 9 till noon. If it runs long, that's fine. But honestly, if the weather's nice, I'm gonna wanna go fishing. So anyway, that's what we got planned. Check us out. And that's just the first of the main announcements tonight. The main thing that I wanna talk about is the same group of friends that I discussed to kind of put this together. We have an entire tournament series starting in May, going through the end of the year, planned for the Virginia area, and it's going to be awesome actually. I'm hoping it is anyway. Now at this point, we have pretty much 6 tournaments planned, and I'll get to the dates later. Now all these tournaments are going to be what they call catch, photo, release tournaments. So basically, we're going to use the iAngler app. If you've fished any tournaments, you may be familiar with it. You download it to your phone. You go out for the tournament for whatever target species it is. You catch the fish, you put it on a store-bought, clearly readable measuring board to where you can see the head touching in and the tail all in one picture. You take a picture of it, you submit it through the app, and that's pretty much it. Now at that point you let the fish go, or if it's legal to keep it, you can keep the fish. Honestly, I really don't care. I support catch and release, but it's your right to make that decision. The way we're going to be scoring these events is basically the top 3 fish that you catch combined in length. You will get 1 point per inch. Basically whatever the lengths are combined is how many points you'll get, and then we'll tally the results at the end of the tournament based on how many points you have. It's pretty simple. Now these tournaments are going to be very low key. There's no captain's meeting that you have to attend. The dates for the tournaments, if you'll notice when I start giving out the dates, they're 2 weeks long. So no worry about this one-day tournament that you have to panic, try to get to, ask off of work, whatever's involved. All the tournaments will start on a Friday, and they will run for 2 weeks and end Friday 2 weeks later. So and the reason I wanted to do that is for one, to make it available to more people. So you have more chances to get out there and actually fish. You know, I know how weather is. I know people have to work, schedules crazy, kids, all this stuff. You have basically 2 weeks to participate in this and to put results on the board. And that's my main goal, is to involve as many people as possible and to make it easy. Now these tournaments are limited to Virginia waters. That's one of the rules. So pretty much Virginia public access waters actually is what it is. Now I'm allowing out to the 3-mile nautical line offshore, and basically a horizontal plane from the tip north of Virginia and the tip south of Virginia state lines out to that 3-mile nautical line, and any public waters in of that is basically what you can use as far as your fishing waters. Now the tournament is open to all anglers. I don't care where you're from. If you want to drive up from Georgia and participate, you're more than welcome to, as long as you are fishing in Virginia public waters. Now there are going to be 2 separate divisions for these tournaments when they're running. They're going to run concurrently or at the same time. There's going to be a kayak division and a boat division. Now what I wanted to do to make it interesting is in the kayak division, I'm actually allowing any wade fishermen, shore fishermen, or pier fishermen to compete in that tournament. So you don't have to be in a kayak. You don't have to be tethered to a kayak. If you think you can go to a public pier and fish and compete, you're more than welcome to compete in these tournaments. You have to pay the same fee as the kayaks, but at least you're allowed to compete. Now, I believe being in a kayak will give you an advantage. It may not, I don't know. So it'd be interesting to see. Now, of course, in the boat division, you have to be in a boat. That's plain and simple. You have to stick to the rules. Now, the fees for this tournament are going to be $35 for kayaks or any shore or wade fishermen, basically anything up to and through kayaks. And the boat division is going to be $60 per angler. That's how the fees are for these tournaments. You can register during the open window registration, and I am going to allow people to register during the tournament. But if you register while the tournament is happening, you have to wait at least 48 hours before you can post results. Now, this will be checked, and the reason I'm doing this is to keep people from not registering for the tournament, yet going out and catching a ton of flounder and thinking, oh my God, I can register for this tournament and post these today, I might win. I'm not allowing that. So it's fair for all the people that paid and registered ahead of time. So that's one of the rules. Now, we do plan to run these tournaments as close to 100% payout as we can. We will be holding back a little bit to cover the iAngler fees and also any cost to us as individuals that have set all of this up. Now, I just wanted to make this clear because making money is not a motivation of this tournament. Everything will be paid back out either in rewards to the people that win or charity donations. This is in no way for us to make money. Also, during these tournaments, I'm probably going to have bonus prizes that we give out as we bring in more sponsors. And I'm going to throw in some interesting wild card stuff like, maybe smallest fish or anything that we can think of to make it interesting. Whoever catches the redfish with 4 spots on it, I don't know. We'll just come up with some crazy stuff just to make it more interesting, and hopefully more people will be entertained by this. So that's the goal of it anyway. Now, one thing about this whole setup that had me worried, since it is a CPR tournament, we have to have GPS enabled on your phone for iAngler to work. One of my biggest fears is an outcry from the fishing community saying that we're just trying to steal your fishing spots. What we've set up with iAngler is they're going to validate all the results for us as far as the measurements and the locations to make sure it's within the body of water that we specify. We personally do not get to see any of this data. Everything that they send to us is pretty much placement results, and that's it. If anything that we get to see is the actual pictures of the catch, and that's all just to make sure that nobody's cheating. I just want to be clear, in no way can us or anybody that participates or anybody in public can see where you caught your fish. So there is no fears of spot burning. Once again, that's not a motivation behind why we're doing all of this. So please just don't fear that. We've got it covered, don't worry. All right, with all that said, now with the dates of the tournaments, the first one will be May 16th through 29th. Once again, all of these are 2-week-long tournaments, and that's going to be a Bluefish tournament. The second tournament will be July 11th through the 24th. That one is going to be for Flounder. September 25th through October 9th is going to be Redfish or Red Drum tournament. October 17th through the 30th is going to be Speckled Trout. November 20th through December 4th is going to be a Tautog or Blackfish tournament, depending on where you live, what you call it. And December 19th through 21st is going to be a striper tournament. These dates are pretty set in stone. You can pretty much count on these being available on the iAngler website. Once again, there will be double divisions, so there'll be a separate kayak and a separate boat tournaments for each of these events. Now, we left some dates open in like June and also August. I believe we don't have anything planned, and we're probably going to put together some freshwater stuff. We're still looking and learning about that because honestly, me and most of my friends are all saltwater anglers, so I've got another buddy of mine who's much more familiar with the freshwater scene, kind of helped me get all that set up. We'll be announcing that when we get it ready to go. Now, me and my friends will be participating in these tournaments just to get our numbers up because we're expecting the first year to be kind of slow. As with anything, it's going to have to kind of build momentum, but we're going to make sure that we don't win. So don't fear that. I have a lot of good flounder fishing spots, but I'm not going to enter this tournament and just take first place. I'm not going to let that happen, and I'm not going to let it happen with any of my close friends either. I'm going to encourage everybody to participate, but I promise you it's not a fixed tournament in any way. It's going to be completely fair through and through, as fair as we can get it. Now, on my Southern Reels Fishing group page on Facebook, if you just go to Facebook, type in Southern Reels Fishing, you'll see the group pop up. I suggest you join that group. At the top of the page, I'm going to pin a topic that lists all the information about these tournaments, and there'll also be an area there where you can ask questions. It's going to be a reliable source, for you to get answers, either from me or either of my administrators that I've set up to kind of keep things flowing. There will be 2 phone numbers listed on the iAngler website, which is another place you can go to get all the rules of each tournament, basically how we run it and any information about iAngler. That'll be my phone number, and it's also going to be my buddy Keith's phone number. He was instrumental in getting all of this set up, and I actually really appreciate that, man. He helped me a lot because there was a lot of behind the scene work to get all of this going. He did most of it. So thanks a lot, man, seriously. So once again, just go to the Southern Reels Fishing Group page. At the top of the page, like I said, there will be a pinned topic covering almost any question. If you don't have an answer there or can't get a clear answer there, just give us a call. But please keep that as a minimum because we're trying to limit the phone calls that we get. So really, that's about it. I think I got everything covered. If I don't, I will add anything in the description below. I will also list all the dates. And pretty much everything I said as detailed as I can in the description. Also, you can go to our Southern Reels Fishing Group page. There'll be a lot of it listed there. You know, I encourage you to participate in some of these, if not all of them. I mean, the chances of winning are pretty good. I plan on paying out through 10th place in these events is how I want to do it. That way more people can kind of spread the wealth. Actually, first, second, and third will be the highest paid, and then trickle down from there. We are bringing in sponsors. We have the before mentioned sponsors, and I'm sure that will grow. So the chances of winning some prizes or something are pretty good. And you know, and I'm just really excited about this because like I said, there isn't much like this going on in the Virginia area. And I just think it'll be fun and a way for us to get together and just hang out and fish and grow as a community. So check us out. If you have any questions, hit us up. Please comment below in this video what you think about all of this, any suggestions to make it better. I am completely open. Like I said, it's kind of a changing product, and this first year is all about learning for us. Well, folks, I think I got everything covered. If you have any questions, comments, please hit us up at all the sources that I mentioned before. Once again, I appreciate you watching, and peace out. See you on the water.